Good morning. Starting my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery snow globe thingy. You know what I mean? Yes. Right, okay, so let me talk you through what I'm designing here. I'm going to do a button Christmas tree. Let me see where you are there. Yeah, so there's going to be my little Christmas tree. So I have completely cheated and used my Sizzix machine to cut a circle. This is quite a heavy furnishing fabric, so I'm a little bit nervous, but you know, we've always got pliers. I was just thinking about the base, and I've got this piece of grey chenille, and I've just cut it, and I thought, turn the camera on because you're not doing that, so I'll turn the camera on. So I hope you're all having a good day so far. It is cold here today, so this is a cracking day to just stay indoors and catch up with some stitching, and that's what I'm going to do. I've lost my little pot that I used to put. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think this is the last one, isn't it? I mean, they do them every 2 weeks, but I've just been doing the one. I think that will be wide enough. That's the trouble with chenille; it just wants to shred everywhere. Well, it's not chenille; it's a chenille type. So, yeah. Just shred that bit. Okay. So if I just shape it slightly, that's not quite wide enough, is it, you Wally? Let's see what we can do. Doesn't actually need to be that tall, so if we chop it down a bit. I say we, it's the royal we, okay? I imagine you're here with me, struggling. Oh dear. I still can't decide what I'm going to do with all my bits and bobs, I must admit. Oh, there we are, that's fine. Cool. And then I think what I'm going to try and do is find, I was thinking of cutting a double border with dies, but I think it would have been too thick. So I've sort of ditched that idea. And oh, this is a piece of old pillowcase, by the way. It had this stitching on already, so I thought, right, I'm going to use that. Yeah, what was I going to say? I don't know, I can't remember. Yeah, it's completely gone. I'm sorry, I'm in the zone. Right, so I'm liking that. That's good proportions, so that's fine. Now, I don't think I want to do any decorating in the background. If I do, I might just do some stenciling. I don't know. Right, what I do definitely think... oh, sorry, this is going to be my tinsel, which is some of that eyelash yarn stuff. I thought that would look really pretty. I chose this fabric because of the dots, so I thought it looked like snow. You know what it's like. Right, so I want my bottom there, that one there, that one there. Have I made it big enough? And then I want a heart on the top because I thought that looked pretty. Sorry, my head's going to get in the way. Right, that's fine. Okay. Kind of central. Yeah, close enough. The other thing I'm going to use is all these little tiny buttons. I get them from China, I'll be honest with you. They call them scrapbooking buttons, and they are 5mm. Yeah, half a centimetre. Teeny tiny, but they're great. I love them for embellishing. They're really nice. And then the little hearts are from Trimit's Paper Crafts. I got these reduced, so I don't know whether they make them anymore, but there's a code on the back that says B6166. Nylon mini buttons white heart, approximately 2.5 grams. I think I paid 50p a packet for these. So I got them, they only had one of, so I got them in white and pink and purple. Well, white and cream, and then pink and purple, the other packet. Yeah, so the other thing I've got is, you know, this table confetti? I just thought that would look quite good there. Merry Christmas. And then I've got 2 sequin holly leaves. So they're going to sort of go there. And then I've got some little red sequins, which I thought I'd just put on for berries. I think that'll look quite nice. So I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking the rim needs to be red. Right, I need to go and search out my wool or fluffy stuff stash. Now the other worry I've got is that I won't get these in quite the right position. So what I'm thinking is, I don't think it'll go through. It doesn't matter if it does. I've got this quite fine black pen. So what I'm hoping is that it's long enough that it'll go down and mark, yes, where I need to go. Because otherwise I don't think I'm going to get them as close as I want them. Sorry about the shadows, it's really bad weather here today, so I'll have to put the big light on because I'm causing a lot of shadows, aren't I? Stay still. And the flower pot button is one that I picked up at the West Point show years ago. I never used them, and I found them the other day and I put them somewhere where I could find them. So yeah, so there we are. I've got all the, that way I'm hoping that when I stitch these all on, they'll be nice and close together. And it didn't go through, so that's all good. So I'll stitch those on. Yeah, haven't got anything ready. Stay there. Right, that's better. I can't find a terracotta. That's the closest I've got, so that'll have to do. And then I've got a, I think this green will do all of them. You're going to see them, but that's fine. I've scooted you in a bit as well. So right, now we've actually got some sewing cotton. Oh, I'm going to double it up, I think. Make sure they're nice and strong. I want them to sit flat as well. So if I can see the thread, I might have to turn my big light on in a minute because it appears to be getting darker and darker. There was no frost this morning, but it's, well, really cold wind, really cold. I know it's nothing compared to Canada. We are wimps in this country, okay? Right, let's get these on. Let's start with the heart. These are just buttons out my stash. I've got a gazillion buttons. I think most of us do, don't we? So those of us that do this crafty stuff. So I don't know where they're from. Yeah, I just when I was laying them out, I thought, yeah, I'm never going to get these straight. And then I just had this idea of marking it with the pen, or I was going to use a pencil, but that pen's got quite a fine nib on it, so. Sorry, dragging it into me again. Oh, come on, what's going on? Right, you stay there so I can grab that. Fine. I'll pull you tight now then. Right. And the other thing I was thinking about, because obviously snow globes have got glass on the front. Now I've got a really transparent organza. All it does is kind of gives you, sorry, right, okay, I might have to stick that with a little bit of glue to make it stay still. A really thin organza, you almost can't see it, but it gives it a sort of a shine, and I'm just thinking maybe that'll look like the glass on the outside. I know I'm going a bit too particular again, but that's me. I do that a lot. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put a little bit of fabric glue under there to make that stop swiveling. Shouldn't do, but it is. Yeah, so I've just thought of that because I haven't cut it, so. Yes, I'm carrying the threads, that's fine. I'd say this is quite a sturdy furnishing fabric, so. Gosh, it's awkward, stay still. Just want you to lay properly and behave. I can just see my dots through the holes. Quite big holes on this one. I think these were the buttons from Hobbycraft or somewhere like that. They do like a big packet of craft buttons, and some of them are just like, but others are all right. Just going to go through that a couple of times. And that's it. I still ended up with blooming holes. Don't know how that happened. That's not too bad. That's okay, because I've got to get the tinsel going through anyway. So, right. I think I'm definitely going to stick that with a little bit of glue to stop it going wandering. I still don't know what to do about the background because it's very white. I might do a little bit of stenciling. Could cure it. I'm doing this on here separately because I think the combination of that and that would make this really, really thick. Because what I intend to do is buttonhole stitch this down, so hopefully I might go back through the holes, but I kind of didn't want it to. Yeah, I might have to go back through anyway just to sort of secure that down. But the other thing I was thinking was doing French knots here, or the fly stitch snowflakes, which I've done before, which would hold that down, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, there's a lot of talking. Flower pot, where are you? It's going to be very visible, isn't it? What I'll do is I'll stitch it on, and then I think I've got a marker pen that colour, so I can always colour the thread. So I hope you can hear me. I never know quite how loud to talk. I can't see this for toffee. No. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second. Oh, good Lord. Oh, it's not good lighting today. And it doesn't help that this thread is almost the same colour as my fingers. There we are. Stay. No, stay. Right. Doubling it up again just to make sure it's nice and secure. It's only when the camera goes on, honestly. I am quite competent most times. Oh, dear Lord. Right. It's like this whole mystery thing. There we are. Oh, now we've got a bag of what's it's on the back here. Yeah, I've just watched Sarah and Rachel's latest videos on the next thing we're doing, which is going to be, well, you can do it as a scroll, but I don't know. I'm thinking about a scroll, but I think they said their mum is going to do like a big flat piece and just embroider. Yeah, I've got an idea, but I don't know if it'll work, so I'll think about it and play around with it, and then I'll share it with you if I think it's going to work. Should do. I don't see why not. That is an absolute mess on the back there, but that's fine. You're not going to see that ever. Okie dokie. Alright. I am going to stick a bit of, I think I'll do the 3-in-1. I don't want that wobbling at all. Sorry, reaching in front of you. I need a toothpick. And a scrap of plastic will do. My 3-in-1 glue is not a happy bunny at the moment. It's all thickening up. I've got the Kalal glue, which has got acetone in it, so I think I'll mix the two together, and that should make it go a little bit thinner and start behaving itself, quite frankly. Just needs a little bit of persuasion, and you do as well. Sorry, I don't know if I'm going off screen. I apologise. I've scooted you in and I keep forgetting. Yeah, I definitely don't want those tipping. I think the other ones are alright, but do you know what? Belts and braces. Let's put a little bit behind each of those and then leave it alone. Right. Let's leave that alone for a minute. Yep, it's better. Okay, I think that'll do there. I have convinced myself that I'm going to do some stenciling on the background of this fabric because it's a little bit too white. I'm just thinking, I've got a nice stencil that looks like wallpaper actually. Yeah, think I'm going to do that. Right, I'm going to leave that to one side to dry it nicely. I'm going to pause you for a second again, I'm afraid, and grab my stencil and we'll do some stenciling. Back in a tick. Right, we'll set up for a bit of stenciling. I've got this 6x6 one. What I'm thinking is kind of trying to do like a wallpaper effect. So I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to do that and that there. Flip it over and do the same on that side, and it might be enough to cover it. Hang on. I don't mind if it comes out a bit splotchy and patchy. Yeah, it's just perfect. Yeah, so I don't know, we'll just give it a go. I've got another piece of this if it all goes belly up, so let's not panic. I've scooted you out again because my dad rung, which cuts off the phone. Let me just see if I can get you back in again. Right, ooh, I'll do. There you go. So I've got out, I've got this whole box of, let me show you. These are all fabric paints, right? I never use the blooming things, so I've just dug them out of the archives of my craft room, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to use them, because what I tend to use is acrylic paints and the golden GAC 900, which you add to bog standard acrylic paints and they turn into the GAC stuff. Makes it a fabric paint. It seals the acrylic. I never have any trouble with the acrylic washing off ever, so I don't use it an awful lot, but I thought, I've got these, I'm going to use them. Right, let's give that a go. So I've got what colour is this? Baby blue, because although this looks green, to me it's like a bit of a bluey green, so I'm just going to give it a go. It doesn't have to match at all. And then I've got the Lumiere by Jacquard, and this is the metallic gold. I don't know. I'll give it a go. Like I say, I've got another bit if it all goes belly up. So there's not panic. So let's do about there. Let's see, this could be a mess. We'll see. But I must admit, with the next one they've got planned, I am thinking of doing sort of like a stenciled background. I don't know. Yeah, it's formulating. I'm tempted to do a gel printed background, I'll be honest with you. That's what I'm really tempted to do, but we'll see. We shall see. Let's get Christmas out of the way first. Hopefully I'll have a bit of time. Although I'm working over Christmas, as I always do. We are a service that are always open. Right, so I think I want these. Don't stick to me. I say, I'm not worried about it being pristine, this print. I think it, you know, a bit of faded background, wallpapery stuff, I think it'll look quite nice. We'll see. We will find out together. Now then, before I remove that stencil, just going to get a little bit of gold. Just do a bit of random goldness everywhere. I don't know if that's even going to show. Oh, yeah, cool. That's exactly almost what I wanted, to be honest with you. Oh, hang on. just realised. Right, that side. Yeah, flip it and then you get the paint everywhere. Nice one, Susan. Right. I'll give you a close-up, don't worry. If I stayed in frame, I just thought that. Oh, kinda. Let me move you down a little bit. I don't move. I'll move you. Yeah, I want it to look a bit like faded wallpaper. That's kind of the effect I'm going for, and hopefully that is kind of what I'm getting. It's quite therapeutic doing this. I love doing a bit of stenciling. Every time. Right, okay, so I think hopefully with its border it'll look like faded wallpaper. Who knows? So it is fabric paint, so hopefully it will just be fine, basically. It doesn't matter, it's never going to get washed. I wouldn't, well, I very much doubt it'll get washed. So just taking some of the white off that background with a very dry sponge. And there we are. Right, I'm going to call that a video because I need that, let that dry. I think you have to heat set it. When almost dry. Oh, okay. Doesn't say. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'll make that video. Let this all dry. I'm going to go and look through my wool, knitting wool stash, and see if I've got something that I can. I might have to kind of like crochet a braid. Actually, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, to go around the outside there, and then I've put all the other bits and bobs in a pot here for now. I've got my stand there. Yeah, so hopefully I won't lose anything. Right, that's it. I will see you on the next one. Won't be long. Bye.